Hi there and welcome to this 15-minute online video tutorial. This is titled the 5 Habits of Highly Effective Job Seekers, and I think it's worth saying straight up that there's definitely an easy way to go about the job search. In the last 5 years that I've been helping people get into new jobs and new careers, there's some people who take the long way, and then there's other people who go straight through, and within 2 or 3 weeks they're basically in the final throes of interview. So I wanted to share with these tips with you today, so basically you can take all of the frustration and anxiety out of the job search. So the first thing, just in a nutshell, here we go, there's choosing your career goal, which we'll go to now. Choosing the career goal is basically finding out what you want to be doing in the next 3 to 5 years' time, and making sure that it's congruent with your personality and your values, and also with the money that you're wanting to earn, the skills that you're wanting to use, and everything like that. There's another video tutorial if you're doing the Job Search Gold coaching program. You'll be able to look more into that. But basically there's 7 ingredients to find and clearly clarifying that goal. And what I'd like you to do is find out if you can go straight into that job now, or whether you need a bridging job, or what it's called a band-aid role on a band-aid job to basically get you into the next role. So it's a stepping stone type of a job. No matter what job that you get into, though, whether it's the big goal job or a bridging job or the band-aid job, you need to know that it's going to appreciate your talents and your skills, your experience and your knowledge. Okay, so the next component of being highly effective is having dedicating a certain amount of time every day, and actually creating a plan and sticking to it. So every day you're going to probably have to end up making a few phone calls to follow up with all of those employers and recruitment companies that you've sent your resume to, or you've sent a letter of interest to see what's going on with the application. You have to make those calls. Most people don't bother. Most people don't get anywhere. So it's the people who actually take action, take the initiative, give the people a phone call and follow up to see what's happening, who gets basically seen, or they get that telephone screening call as soon as they call. The second one is basically when you're going to write your job applications, when are you going to tweak your resume to make sure that it's highlighting all of your necessary skills that are relevant for the particular job that you're wanting to apply for on that particular day. So whether it's going to be in your lunch break or after work or even before work, you might have to alter your routine a bit. You might have to get up at 5:30 or 6 o'clock every morning and dedicate an hour or half an hour to put in an application. And then the other thing as well, if you're going to be doing this strategically and you're going to be doing this efficiently, you know that you're going to get interviews and you're going to get a lot of them. So you need to work out a game plan with what you're going to say or how you're going to do it, so that you can juggle your current work commitments. So having thought all that through, the next thing to do is, of a highly effective person, is that they know what they've got to offer. So besides your great personality, your smooth charm, you might be great in a team. Everyone might love you in the job. You might be a great popular person, but we really want to know the key components of how the organisation is going to be of benefit. Is going to benefit from having you on staff. So part of the goal coaching program will be that you list 15 different areas where you've basically already proven to have top results. We'll go into that further, but basically this is what sets you apart from the rest, that you're results driven, and you need to clearly articulate those in any conversation or on paper. The fourth habit of a highly effective person is to always have a positive attitude. You need to really believe that you can achieve your career goal. Once you've set it, you will not stop at anything to get to that career goal. So you have to surround yourself with positive people, and there's always going to be people who don't think you can do it. There's always going to be people who they go and they're staying in their own job, and they might have been in that job for 10 years, and they don't think that they can move out, and they think that that's their destiny. Well, they're not the sort of person to be around. You need to get to know different people, or hang out with people who like to achieve and who like to stretch themselves and who like to continually give themselves challenged. So hook up with people like that and really stay connected with them. The other thing of a highly effective person, a trait, is that they think strategically on how they can get into the type of job or the type of industry or the type of organisation that they really want to work for. So it's about talking to everybody that you know and finding out who knows somebody who works there. Stopping at nothing. Setting up a Google Alerts. If you just have a look on Google Alerts, if you've got one company in mind, or you should have 3 or 4 companies in mind, you can actually set up a Google Alert so that you find out what's happening with them in the news, any changes. Basically, it gets delivered to your email every day. So that's a really good way. But having a positive attitude and avoiding things that are going to be detrimental to your goal. So obviously you're not going to have a big weekend. You're not going to have a huge Sunday afternoon and then go in on Monday to work and then basically be invited in Monday afternoon, Monday night for an interview and be feeling not 100%. You've really got to always be preempting that you're about to get a phone call for an interview. So if it means just having a really, really healthy lifestyle, dropping all of the extra activities for the meantime, because your main central goal is to find a new job, find a better job, step up in the world, and really start getting into a role that's really going to appreciate your skills and where you'll be recognised for your talents. So that's the positive attitude that successful people have, and highly effective people have with job searching. And the last one is to be armed with a marketing strategy. And this is where we're going to spend a bit of time on because it's, I think, the most important. What I'd like you to do is have a look at these 10 different options and pick 3. So the first one is having a professional resume or a professional bio. If you're at executive level, you might not give your resume out straight away. A covering letter that can be tailored to every single application, and also a covering letter or a letter that expresses interest in working in a particular organisation. So I like to send out 10 or 15 letters to my ideal hit list of, say, top 20, for example, top 20 companies. I'll get in contact with the person who hires within the department that I want to work with. I won't even go through HR. I'll just go straight to the operations manager or the general manager or the business manager of the area that I want to work in, and I'll get in through an informational interview, which is number 5. Spend 10 or 15 minutes with the decision maker talking about what they look for in the type of role of what I want to do, the type of experience that they're looking for, the ideal skills that person would have, so that when I'm looking at my own resume, I can say, well, what else do I need to know, or am I a good fit for this company, or should I go out and do a particular training course if that's what they really want? Like, do they need you to be certified? Do they need you to do something? Whatever it is, you've got to evaluate, can I just go out and get it, so that's not an obstacle that's going to stop me from working here one day. So the direct marketing letter is excellent. We can help you write that if you want to, but it's basically just a sales letter. It's just basically advertising that you're available, that you really like the company that you're writing to, and that you would be interested in future opportunities when they arise. It's something that they love. Also, choosing your recruiters, getting a hit list of recruiters and decision makers. So there's 4,000 recruitment companies in Melbourne, for example, in Australia. But there's always going to be a few different, like, individual recruitment consultants who are the busiest and who are the most effective, and who they network. They know a lot of the decision makers. They know a lot of the general managers and the hiring managers within companies. They're usually the ones who are getting their name out on LinkedIn, or they're getting their name out through Seek.com. they've got the most activity, they've got the most jobs. So identify who are the recruitment companies or the recruitment agencies, and the particular individual recruitment consultants, because they do jump from agency to agency from time to time. You get a hold of them and basically stick with them for the next 5-10 years, however long they're in recruitment for, because they're the people who can develop a relationship with, and when you want to go to the next job, you just have to contact them again, and you've already got that relationship. So you can start building one now. Have a look at seek.com, for example, right now, and check out to see who is advertising the most jobs, like what agency is advertising the most jobs, and then just say, for example, it's Hayes or Michael Page. They seem to be busy right now. Find out the actual individuals who are advertising the jobs at the bottom of the page, and see if you can get in contact with them, and see if you can find out more about the types of, generally the types of roles that they like to find. And developing a rapport, get them on side. They are the gatekeepers to so many jobs that don't get advertised. We know that in seek.com there are thousands of jobs that are advertised, but did you know that they are only representing 7% of the jobs that actually are available? Because most people, they get the jobs through word of mouth and personal recommendations, which leads us to number 10, LinkedIn. If you're an executive and you're earning more than $65,000 a year, or a professional who's earning more than $65,000 a year, that's a really great avenue for you to get onto. It's free. Just basically, if you want to take a look on LinkedIn, browse around. It's sort of like Facebook, but it's for professionals, and it's predominantly for networking, for really getting to know the people in your industry. We put your, it's similar to uploading your resume. You don't have to include as much detail, but the more detail you do include for general view, the more obviously people are going to be attracted to approach you. Like recruitment consultants jump onto LinkedIn all the time, and they say, I'm looking for an assistant accountant in Moorabbin, for example, and then they'll look for all of the people who are on LinkedIn first, because it can save them so much time. They just contact you via LinkedIn directly, and there you go. And that's another module that that we can talk about later on. But I'd definitely recommend, if you're a professional executive who's looking at the next level up, to get onto that. And the 8-week action plan. So that's basically setting up on a day-to-day basis when you're going to take activity in your job search plan. So, the weekends would be good to write the applications, obviously, if you're working, but you need to follow up every day. So get yourself, put it in your diary. As part of, after this video, it'd be good if you could take action by doing this. If you're doing the goal coaching program, then you'll be able to easily follow the steps. We'll walk you through it and support you with this. But if you're just looking at this as a standalone online video training, I do recommend that you get an 8-week plan, and you figure out, Mondays would be good for calling recruitment consultants who have advertised on the jobs, making that phone call before you put pen to paper or before you apply for their job, just to see if there's anything else that you should know about the job. Try and build rapport with them before you send through your resume. Even do a telephone interview on that Monday morning or Monday lunchtime if you can. And then decide with the recruitment consultants and their decision makers if you can see them after hours. So block in maybe every day for the next 8 weeks. You've got to be on standby for interviews. So you might need to work something out with your employer. You can be, if you can be open and honest about it, that's great. But basically, if you leave right on the dot for when you're finishing, and then work out how long it'll take you to get into where the interviews are, you can set yourself up so you're mentally prepared. Okay, so that is that's the last step, is be armed with the marketing strategy. Let's just go over the 5 habits again of highly effective job seekers. And so that's choosing a career goal. So that's knowing what you want, dedicating the time and making a plan to get it, know what you've got to offer, having a positive attitude, and then being armed with a marketing strategy. So Hope this has all been very helpful for you. Drop us a comment or get in contact with us if you can. And please refer now to your worksheet for the additional information to complete the module. Thank you.